On the Golden Sunset cruise ship, the excitement of thousands of passengers echoed across the decks. This was the maiden voyage of the world's largest ship, an engineering marvel with 18 decks, 5 swimming pools, and a theater that could seat more than 2,000 people. The 10-day journey across the Pacific Ocean promised to be a luxurious and unforgettable experience. But no one on board knew that beneath the deep blue waters, an ancient secret awaited them. Minh, a 28-year-old man, leaned against the deck railing, his eyes staring out at the horizon. He had just gone through a difficult year, losing his job, breaking up with his girlfriend, and feeling lost and not knowing where he was going. This trip was a surprise gift from his mother, who hoped that the vast ocean views would help Minh find himself again. "Son, don't think too much. Enjoy the trip," Minh's mother, Lan, said warmly as she walked over to him, a glass of cold lemonade in her hand. Minh smiled faintly, but his heart was still heavy. Little did he know that in just a few hours, his life would change forever. As the sun began to set, the ship was brightly lit. Music from the dance floor mingled with the laughter of the passengers. Minh decided to join a party on the main deck, hoping the lively atmosphere would help him forget his worries. There, he ran into Huang, a young girl with a bright smile and eyes that sparkled like stars. Huang was a freelance journalist, looking for inspiration for her next article. "Do you believe in legends?" Huang asked Minh as they sipped their cocktails. "Legends? You mean like sea monsters or something?" Minh replied, his voice tinged with doubt. Huang nodded, her eyes shining with excitement. "That's right. I heard that this sea has a legend about Longsha, a giant sea snake, which was once the guardian spirit of ancient fishermen. But it disappeared thousands of years ago. Some people say that it is still alive, hidden under the ocean, only appearing when something unusual happens." Minh laughed. "It sounds like a fairy tale, but it's interesting. If I met that snake, I would have a story to tell for the rest of my life." Huang smiled mysteriously, but her eyes seemed to be hiding something. That night, Minh lay in bed, thinking about Huang's story. He didn't believe in myths, but for some reason, her story made him feel a vague unease. On the morning of the 3rd day of the journey, the sky suddenly became gloomy. Dark clouds rolled in from the horizon, bringing with them the rumble of thunder. The captain announced over the loudspeaker that the ship would be going around the storm area, but no one expected that this storm was not a normal, natural phenomenon. Minh woke up when the ship began to shake violently. The alarm sounded, followed by panicked screams from the passengers. He rushed to the deck, where hundreds of people were jostling to find a way to get into the lifeboats. The wind blew hard. The waves, tens of meters high, crashed into the hull, causing the Golden Sunset to tilt like a toy in the ocean. "Minh, over here!" Huang called out, pulling him to a corner of the deck. She was hugging a pole tightly, her hair flying in the wind. "We have to stay calm. If the ship sinks, we need to find a lifeboat immediately." But before Minh could reply, a terrifying roar rang out from beneath the water. The sound was unlike anything he had ever heard, deep, vibrating, as if the entire ocean were groaning. All the passengers on the deck fell silent, their eyes turned to the sea in panic. Then it appeared. From the black water, a giant creature rose. Its head was like a mythical dragon, with eyes as red as fire, sharp teeth peeking out from behind its iridescent green scales. Its body, hundreds of meters long, coiled around the ship, creating giant waves. It was Longsha, the legendary creature Huang had mentioned. "It can't be," Minh whispered, his legs frozen in place. Huang gripped his hand, her voice trembling but determined. "It's not an enemy, Minh. Longsha only appears when the ocean is threatened. We have to find out what's going on." As the passengers on the ship panicked and tried to flee, Huang pulled Minh down to a small compartment below deck, where she had hidden a mini diving device she had brought along for exploration. "I've long suspected that this sea holds a secret," she said, examining the device. "The dragon snake doesn't appear for no reason. Something at the bottom of the sea is making it angry." Minh looked at Huang, half believing. "Are you crazy? We can't face that monster." "We can't face it," Huang replied, her eyes determined. "We have to find out why it appeared. Otherwise, no one on this ship will survive." Despite his fear, Minh couldn't deny that Huang's bravery inspired him. He nodded, and the two quickly donned their diving suits, preparing to jump into the frigid water below. As they dove, the light from the surface gradually faded, leaving the darkness enveloping them. The only source of light was the flashlights on their helmets. After a few minutes of diving, they discovered a strange phenomenon, an unusually hot current emanating from the seabed, accompanied by small vibrations. As they got closer, Minh and Huang were horrified to see a giant machine working on the ocean floor. It was a secret drilling rig, without any identifying markings, sucking up a green liquid from the ground. "This is an energy crystal?" Huang whispered over the radio. "An ancient energy source that scientists have only discovered in recent years. But mining it here is illegal. It will destroy the marine ecosystem." Minh looked at the machine, then turned to Huang. "So, the dragon snake appeared to stop this?" Huang nodded. "Maybe it sensed the imbalance. But we can't let it destroy the ship. There has to be some way to communicate with it." Back on the water, Minh and Huang faced a more dangerous situation. The dragon serpent had begun to attack the ship. Its massive gills tightened around the hull, causing the golden sunset to shake violently. Passengers screamed, some jumping into the sea in despair. Huang took a small necklace from her pocket, on which was a glowing blue stone. "This is a relic of my grandmother, an old fisherman who told me about the dragon serpent," she said. "She said this stone can communicate with ancient creatures. I don't know if it really works, but we have to try." She held the stone high, its light radiating a gentle glow through the water. The dragon serpent paused, its crimson eyes fixed on the stone. A deep voice echoed in Minh and Huang's heads, as if the creature were speaking directly to them. "Humanity, you have awakened the wrath of the ocean. Stop, or all will be destroyed." Minh felt his heart pounding. He had not expected Longsha to be able to communicate. Huang replied, her voice trembling but full of determination. "We are not enemies. We will stop that machine. Please spare this ship." Longsha was silent for a moment, then slowly relaxed its body. It retreated, but its eyes did not leave them, as if waiting for them to prove its words. Minh and Huang returned to the seabed, this time with a clear plan: destroy the rig. But as they approached, a group of mercenaries appeared, equipped with spear guns and modern diving equipment. It turned out that the rig belonged to a secret corporation, willing to do anything to protect its interests. An underwater battle broke out. Minh, despite having no combat experience, was forced to use his agility to avoid the spears. Huang, with her excellent diving skills, led him through the attacks. Finally, they managed to drop a small bomb that Huang carried, completely destroying the machine. The hot current stopped, and the vibrations at the bottom of the sea gradually disappeared. Longsha, from the surface, let out a final roar before diving down, disappearing into the darkness of the ocean. When Minh and Huang returned to the ship, they were greeted as heroes. The storm gradually subsided, and the sun began to rise, illuminating the calm sea. The passengers on board, though still frightened, began to feel the miracle of their survival. Minh looked at Huang, his heart filled with gratitude. "Thank you. Without you, I don't know if I could have gotten through this." Huang smiled, her eyes gentle. "Thank you for believing in me. Perhaps this trip is not just to find inspiration for an article, but also to find myself again." As the golden sunset continued its journey, Minh stood on the deck, looking out at the vast ocean. He felt a profound change in his heart. The encounter with Longsha was not just an adventure, but also a journey for him to discover his inner strength and find new meaning in his life. After the incident with Longsha, the golden sunset continued its journey, but the atmosphere on board had changed. The passengers gradually returned to their daily lives, but Minh and Huang could not forget what they had witnessed. The blue stone on Huang's necklace still glowed faintly, a reminder of the legendary creature of the deep sea. One afternoon, as the sun was slanting west, Huang found Minh in the ship's small library. She was carrying an old book, its leather cover faded, with strange characters engraved on the first page. "I found this in the ship's archives," Huang said, her voice filled with excitement. "It's a copy of an ancient text, written by ancient fishermen. It tells of the dragon serpent and a prophecy." Minh turned the pages, his eyes focused on the translated words. The prophecy said that the dragon serpent would awaken when the blood of the ocean is polluted by human greed, and that only those with the spirit of the sea could appease it. The spirit of the sea, Minh murmured. You mean us? Huang nodded. Perhaps, but the prophecy also says that Longsha is not the only enemy. There is another, more powerful force waiting to rise if we do not stop it. Both felt a new unease. They decided to keep this a secret while trying to contact scientists to further investigate the mysterious rig. That night, as the ship entered a calm sea, Minh and Huang stood on the deck, discussing their plans. Suddenly, the sea shook, and a giant figure appeared again. But this time, it was not Longsha. Another creature, with an octopus-like body but much larger, with dozens of spiky tentacles, rose from the water. It roared, and Minh realized it was the black water monster, another legendary creature mentioned in the book. This is what the prophecy warned about. Huang screamed as a tentacle swung out, almost hitting them. Longsha appeared soon after, confronting the black water monster in a fierce battle. Water splashed, waves rose to the sky, and the ship was caught in the middle of the battle. Minh and Huang realized that Longsha was trying to protect them. They decided to dive again, carrying the blue stone, hoping to aid Longsha. Underwater, they discovered a secret cave where a dark energy emanated from a stone much larger than Huang's. In the cave, Minh and Huang faced the horrifying truth. The black stone was the source of the black water monster. It was activated by a secret corporation as a biological weapon to control the ocean. Huang used the blue stone to confront the black stone, and a beam of light exploded, repelling the black water monster. Longsha, badly wounded, transmits a message to their minds. You have proven your bravery, but if the black stone is not destroyed, black water will return stronger. Minh and Huang decide to destroy the stone, knowing that it will cause a huge explosion. They set off a small bomb from their diving equipment, but before they can activate it, Minh is pulled into the darkness by a tentacle of the black water monster. Huang rushes after it, using the blue stone to illuminate it, and together they activate the bomb. The explosion collapses the cave, but they escape when Longsha opens a way out. When the sun rises, black water monster disappears, and Longsha dives into the depths, leaving behind a sense of peace. Golden sunset returns safely to shore, and Minh, Huang, and the scientists reveal the truth about the rig and the black stone. The secret corporation is exposed, and the ocean is protected. Minh looks at Huang, feeling that he has found his purpose in life. Maybe this is just the beginning, he says. Huang smiled and took his hand. Yes, and together we will protect the ocean. We would like to express our sincere and deepest thanks to all of you who have taken the time to listen and accompany the story of Legend Under the Ocean. Your support and affection are the great motivation for us to be able to retell this emotional, dramatic, and meaningful journey. Once again, thank you very much for listening. We hope that this story will leave you with beautiful emotions and deep thoughts. See you again in the next journeys. Best regards.